I'm feeling great. This should be one of the best series we have here in the group stage. And from two teams that, maybe not so much for G2.IG, definitely for Falcons, is to be expected. I think G2.IG has just shown us that they have really risen above in these roster shots. And you have that natural regen advantage for Maulering with a value point in the chain.
Well, MLPDotA, bottom lane, going to be saved right now by JT. Is snaking the one to give away first blood, and now the bash is coming out. JT, how lucky can we get? Give it a crack, JT.
One more? No.
He won't fight. Sometimes the gods are in your favor, sometimes they aren't. Jonathan, and nothing to say. He kind of just walked into Maureen, and one thing I really like about this roster of Falcons, right, and we kind of already went over this, but having an offlane like ATF who just wants to sit in the lane by himself allows Crit to make these rotations, and with an aggressive mid like Maureen, you can really just set up these beautiful ganks over and over again. Knowing that ATF wants this situation anyway. Like, he's your old school offlane. He doesn't want help. He wants to suffer, as it should be.
Yeah, he also chooses here's that cans hold solo as they jump mid.
Absolutely. Crits in again. They won't find the kill, though, this time around as MLPDotA barely survives. Nothing to say he's going to go for a bit of a chase. He's got the Echo Slam available now. Snakekin gets caught out, and there's your Echo committed. Nothing to say. Not wasting any time. But now, the turnaround. Maureen, he'll find nothing to say, but it does cost his own life. Crit in the meantime, also getting charged by JT, so you're going to find a third target. And it seems as though G2.IG, this time around, they've adapted. Skittle would be a massive kill for G2.IG to find. JT just needs the vision for the charge out. Seems like he's got the information. Meanwhile, top lane, Xnova does get caught. Skitter has also been caught out, though, by the looks of it. As Skitter dropping low, does go down. That's a fantastic trade for G2.IG. You'll make that trade any day of the week. I'm sure they just want the ability to be able to turn a team fight if Falcons continue to play this aggressive game. And, well, speaking of the aggression, here we go again. Three-man smoke out. Through the river they go. Who are they running into? Down that bot side. It seems like it is going to be JT. Maureen, he's got his rune available, so he'll jump in with that. JT, no way out right now with the silence, though JT still surviving for now, but the X12, though, nothing to say, does rotate. It is too late, though. They've lost JT, but they will at least find snaking as a trade. There's now nothing to say. Does need to retreat. JT does go for the charge, though. Crit is going to spot him out, and well, quite frankly, I'm not sure if it's going to matter, because ATF, he might be baiting by his tier 1 tower. They could TP and rotate if ATF needs it. Still JT going in quite deep for this one. ATF, he's still around his tier 2, but nobody's coming. They're just jumping in. Falcons, they don't respond to it.
Again, they've kind of stopped at the tier 1s. They haven't gotten a good fight just yet to transition into a tier 2 push.
Xnova gets jumped by Crit, but he has plenty of help around the corner. This could be a team fight the G2.IG wants to take. There's nothing to say. Jumps in. Crit is blown up immediately. Maureen, he's getting very, very low. He does need to retreat, but Monet is not leaving him be. Monet continuing the chase, but the Doom is out. Still Maureen is gone as JT does get the charge off. Now ATF copping the Nether Strike. He needs his own way out, but the bash comes just in case he needed it.
The Falcon vision is still mainly aggressive, not defensive for farm. They do try for the Tormentor, and, well, snaking this time around is our victim. It does happen.
Skitter, though. Oh, Skitter's a much bigger deal, and nothing to say. Oh, we can smell him.
I mean, he sees someone dies to a neutral, he knows what's up, but if they can find an opening, they've got the output with Maulering now.
Bottom lane, who have they got? Oh, they found Monet. That is huge by Falcons. Monet just farming underneath an observer ward of the Radiant as JT now charges in. Should be okay to back his way out, though Crit is still chasing him down, but does think better of it. He'll go after Xnova instead. Avalanche toss up. Nothing to say, gonna jump in and help out. Taking down Crit and now the Soulbind. Locking two of them together. Xnova dropping low, but MLPDotA trying to heal him up, but it's not gonna be enough. Xnova is gone. IG, they still want to go for the fight. The charge is in from JT, but here comes ATF, and here comes the Eclipse of Skitter. But where's the detection? The Glimmer Cape, it just saves JT. He'll walk out for now as Maureen, he's gone too deep. Nothing to say will punish. But they are giving farm priority over to ATF as mid lane. JT does get caught out with a great avalanche toss, but JT gets the BKB off in time, and now the Hand of God, and now the Echo! Oh, nothing to say! What a setup!
Oh my!
Snaking and Maureen are both gone. You see, he does get caught initially, but just so much committed onto the SB and nothing to say. More than happy to jump in as here we go again, mid lane. Who have they got? Xnova is gone. There goes your Aegis onto Monet as well. So that's one life gone. There's now nothing to say. Dropping low, loses his own life. Monet needs to run. It's a 2v5 situation, and it is not in the favor of G2.IG. They have lost 3, or rather 2, as JT was already in the grave.
Just forcing movement out. Just trying to set up the map for when that Roshan is back up. And now they've got the better position as Roshan is close to spawning.
X-Nova does get caught, and they've got committed, somehow still making it up for now as JT. He charges right in, the Spirit Breaker, what a Giga Chat, he'll cop the Doom, but he's just TPing out. JT, he's fine. Monet, he's the one to jump back in. Crit is gone. Maureen, he's not looking safe either, though he will chain away for now, still making it, and barely does escape, but you've lost the support duo.
If NTS does decide to refresh early to force a fight, that's some really quick reflexes on Falcons to break up that initiation, but G2.IG?
Right in. They don't even want to wait for the secondary Echo Slam. They're just jumping right in immediately as Crit is down. That's a great start. The Crit does have buyback this time as Maori. He'll blink it. Chaining right back out though. Just chipping away at the Morphling. G2.IG, no fear in the world. They'll move in again. There's nothing to say. Look at the jump in. The Fisher, the refresh. The 4-man Echo out from NTS. Just locking them all down. Falcons, they'll buy back again. All 5 heroes up. G2.IG, do they want to keep this going? It seems like the answer is yes. They will get the bottom racks. Monet, he'll move right into the mid racks. Maureen, he's going to try and stop the mid racks from going down, but he cannot deal with Monet. Instead, they'll throw the Doom out onto the Morphling. But Monet is going to casually walk out, and he does have the Aegis. So you lose 1 life, no big deal.
Just a little bit of a reset. A little bit unfortunate of those buybacks.
G2.IG looking for that opening, nothing to say. He does successfully get onto the high ground. Falcons have no idea, and the Echo Slam, NTS! You monster! Oh, I can't believe it. He just sneaks right from the backside. And they just melt. The buybacks are coming, but does it even matter?
No.
It doesn't seem like it. Nothing to say. He doesn't need to say anything this game, John. He showed everything. Skidder still trying to fight, just getting annihilated. Though nothing to say now, getting tossed back. Maybe they can fight this one out. They've lost the Earthshaker, but Monet's the big problem now. He's the one you've got to deal with as Monet takes down 3, will retreat. A triple kill for the Morphling. And GG is called. They've seen enough. That's it. Game number 1 to go the way of G2.IG. And my good, this mid-Earthshaker, you cannot give NTS his hero, John. I mean, NTS, I'm not sure what happened. He joined G2.IG. I'm not sure what they've done to the lad, but he's woken up, Jonathan. He wants some revenge or something.
You don't want to just rely on the Magnus to start the fight for you since you don't have stuns on your supports, Klings and Phoenix. Alright, so Slug, kind of good against the DK. You remove the refraction with your nuke. You can dispel the RP.
It just looked atrocious for every Lina Malrine had to play up against. I'm surprised they didn't ban it earlier on. You're seeing that reflect now in CS. Nothing to say, almost double what you have on Malrine up top.
Jump in onto X-Nova. X was out, but grenade lands, and with the hoof stomp there, ATF is able to secure a very nice kill for himself on the Centaur. He's just securing his own farm on the mag, but there's going to be some concern considering how well Skidder is farming on this Lark. He's going to have a pretty strong start as ATF now, speaking of strong starts, has found X-Nova mid-Icarus dive. X-Nova trying to run, does go down, but Crit now in danger as well, though a nice Earth Spike is going to land on 2, but it won't matter. Monet will be able to trade quite nicely. Snaking may be able to pincer in here JT Magnus, though JT the one to skewer him back towards Baboka. Snaking though very, very tanky, and Skidder is going to be around to help. They do have the RP to play with, but there's just too many heroes coming in from Falcons now. They've got the numbers, and JT is gone. Baboka doesn't look like he's too safe either. The Earth Spike will land, and Baboka eventually going to be fed the way of Skidder as he does pick up a double kill on the Slark.
A lot of commitment out. Yeah. They couldn't find it. A little bit of frustration.
That's all right.
Little JT.
I would have pegged the mouse at the screen. He did better than I did. ATF's going to go down. Radiant Triangle, the nice finger coming up from Crit. X-Nova, he'll cop it. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Snaking being chased down. JT can commit the RP if he wants the kill. Crit in the meantime going after nothing to say. Skidder just getting so many Essence Shift stacks. Snaking in the meantime, gonna force the RP and JT will not pop it. Nothing to say in the meantime. The slowest kills in the world, there's nothing to say. Still giving stats away, going back after Crit, puts the hand up, but he will go down.
He wanted revenge here. The guy's very singularly focused. Doesn't find that Ench, doesn't have RP. We'll get the nice cliff though.
Very nice ATF.
No
King of the
blink,
hill.
no TP. He's stuck there.
He'll put his hand up. He's a good sport, Jonathan. He'll wave him goodbye. Yeah, JT, thank you very much. ATF, he's got TP unavailable for 50 seconds. So this is a rather unfortunate situation for ATF. JT, oh, JT! JT, this guy, I don't know what it is, but he's always doing something special in every game we see.
That's revenge. You couldn't kill the damn Enchantress twice over. There you go. That's a happy lad. You got him.
Turns out the mouse is still working, John. Good news.
What has happened to JT in this tournament? He's just insane.
Oh,
Every game.
This is the one tournament Arteezy he can sit at home, he can enjoy himself.
2 for 1.
Look at these idiots getting clipped. Look at that. ATF and ATF. What if you could just keep him on the cliffs here, John?
I mean, Snaking doesn't have a TP if
Just
we kill his career.
Just can't. You know what? The supports don't have a stun. This is the losing play though for G2.IG. JT? What do you mean?
What's happening?
JT?
JT?
What do you mean, JT?
I can't.
JT, what are you doing? The circus is here in KL, John. Crit's in trouble now. Crit's gone.
Oh, Snaking got his TP. They couldn't kill the courier.
What is
went for
happening?
They went for Crit. The courier came in.
Oh, here comes ATF. Nothing to say. Gonna be chased down. Stun is out. I doubt they have the damage though, to be absolutely fair. They'll keep going. Here comes Skidder. This is the damage you're looking for as the Laguna comes down. There goes nothing to say. He is down as Monet. Uh-oh, wait a minute. JT's here. You've got to be careful, boys. We've seen this one before. He's looking for the angle. ATF runs. Snaking. He's getting body blocked. Monet. Does he set up for JT or does he just take the kill? I think he sets up. JT? No, he'll just go for the easy play. Just get the kill for Monet. And he'll take it for himself, in fact. They've got a target there, nothing to say. He has not had the greatest game this game too. 1-2-2 is the scoreline for him on the DK. Meanwhile, ATF though, being stalked by JT, he will go for the skewer back into Monet. RP committed to boot. They are not messing around. They will take the Centaur kill very easily. And nothing to say in the meantime in the mid lane. He got away. Oh. I say that, never mind. Cast the Curse comes in. NTS does get caught out. Cops the finger, and he is as good as gone. My apologies to NTS. G2.IG though, they're heading south and there is some heroes here from Falcons. Snaking's the only one left around that area, but he's under trap vision, so they'll get the stun off. And Snaking, well, he's got no gameplay. He just has to accept the fact that he is dead. At the very least, it is only a pos 5. That's a terrible phrase, by the way, John. Initial initiation. I believe initiation kind of implies that is the initial.
I didn't say it, you did.
You're welcome for the English lesson, John.
Thank you, Mike.
Here we go again. G2.IG. 5-man smoke. Crit, gonna get caught, is just absolutely melting. A Snaking will be no different. He'll be the second one to go down, and G2, I mean, Roshan is now open if they want to try for it. And when I say try, I mean just take it, because they've got a TA.
Take long. It's not. It's the TA, it's the Orb of Destruction on Baboka with a Blightstone, with a Crystallis. He's going full damage on that Flinks. This is not going to take any time at all. Smuttering. Again, we mentioned these power spikes. You've got the full BKBs up now in 2 cores, 3 cores as they jump in onto Snaking again. Yeah,
he's Snaking just kind of... I want to say tanking the gank. He is kind of giving this information to his team, allowing them to spread out and farm across the map where G2.IG are not around.
TA traps. You don't need it. Just go damage.
I suppose you can't afford to. Like, it's not much of a game so far here from Falcons, and they do jump in now onto NTS, and they just blow him up. They'll even make the jump in on Baboka now. Baboka, he'll survive through the Invis. In fact, ATF, he's the one to get caught out. He does pop the Stampede, but he is down. Meanwhile, the egg has been dropped, but it won't matter. They will burst right through it. JT, I believe, sadly did not have the blink off cooldown to go for the RP underneath the egg.
And again, just that was the perfect sequence of events, right? Just finger Laguna straight up, delete that one hero, and then you can take this prolonged fight with your Slark. He builds up the stacks.
Skidder, Orchid out, they've locked him down, and this will be a big one.
Okay.
Skidder getting caught on his own, a mega kill streak going back the way of NTS, and I'm not sure.
I mean, it can be a good save.
Top lane, NTS, he's going to BKB up. He'll pop, but JT in the meantime cops the RP, does throw it out onto Crit. It was only one target that really got hit by that RP, and Crit, he will survive for now, as they'll make the jump on X-Nova. X-Nova barely alive for now, still holding on to the Egg, does eventually throw it out, and this is not the fight. Falcons, they need to run, though they do at least get BoBoKa on the way up. A 1-for-1. ATF, another big target if they can catch it, but they want the Slark so damn bad if they go in. The RP is down. Skidder, he's caught and he is blown up. No chance. It's Monet immediately jumping out. Maureen blows up BoBoKa and barely escapes. As Crit will follow in terms of the death. 2-for-1, the way of G2.IG. Falcons.
That was unreal.
Losing the Slark like that, that is not going to feel good. He has no buyback.
No, this is going to be the high ground for sure. Not going to take long. Amar?
Yeah, he's on to the DK. Nothing to say. Still just taking through it as now. The skewer back. They've caught the Lina. No, in fact, it was the Edge. Maureen's fine. Snaking the one to go down, but they do trade NTS for that. G2.IG, they won't mind. They're still going to go through the bot rats. Actually backing off the back of ATF and Maureen.
Have to be somewhere up top. They can just hold. Might be able to intercept nicely here.
Crit may get blown up here by BoBoKa, just not too careful. In fact, Crit does get the Ghost Scepter in time, makes the jump in onto the Clinks. BoBoKa still alive, and now the stun!
Skidder!
He's alright. He does get into the ult. Egg is dropped. X-Nova chasing him down, and Skidder, he is gone.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness. That's a problem. He is down 60 seconds, no buyback available.
They don't even find that kill onto BoBoKa. Like the force stabs were just on point, dragging this sad Slark further in to the clutches of our DK. Now to high ground again. But all this damage, it's just not going to take too long, although Amar.
Yes, being targeted again, though this time they don't blow him up, and now the RP, they've caught the Lina, that's the big one, and Maureen is gone. Buyback available. ATF now being targeted. Monet, no hesitation, does take him out. In fact, X-Nova was the one to claim the kill. It's G2.IG now in a 5v3 situation. 15 seconds just about for the Slark, but the skewer back. Catching Snaking for a moment, but he is still on the high ground. Meanwhile, nothing to say. Drops a little bit low, but is going to be able to get away. You're just trying to find some value from these buybacks you've committed. Obviously, the Aegis is expiring rather soon as JT. JT's just, he's going to have some kind of comedy show on the side monitor or something. Skidder?
No.
He's going to be careful. He's in that ultimate form for now. Skidder's still surviving, but needs to be extremely cautious as he will pounce away. But they will lose Snaking. They're going through that bottom lane, though. G2.IG, no tier 3 tower to really protect them, and we've seen this before. They've got to be very careful. JT! He'll get a skewer off. It is only Snaking, but they've got the kill. ATF moving in with a hoof stop, and the blow-up is there onto BoBoKa. We're going to commit it to ensure they get the kill. Here's the peak line gameplay. The shard's being used up by Crit. What we love to see is Skidder getting aggressive. Going to try and end up stacking up those Essence Shift stacks to Skidder, kind of by himself, has the depth shroud for now.
As the fight goes on, you're losing all your mana. You're not able to fight back. So it does make it a little bit of a challenge on the high ground if you can't find a back. Skidder?
Yeah, Skidder's trying his absolute best to catch JT here, but Skidder's the one being caught.
No, not like that. He does have buyback at least.
He does have buyback. He'll laugh right in your face.
Here goes the high ground. They still have that cheese.
ATF. Jump in onto nothing to say. Nothing to say has a BKB. There's your mana drain from Crit. Skidder. Here we go again. That's the buyback being committed, but he is dead!
Skidder!
Oh boy.
No!
It's a 4v5 without your position 1. It feels like ATF and Maureen are going to have to make some magic happen here as Snaking cannot really afford to die at the moment. Crit jumping in to ensure that he does not go down.
It just melts. Once they can focus on those buildings, it just doesn't take too much time at all.
ATF, here we go. Jump is there. NTS is the target, but he is just a very, very tanky boy, not taking enough damage. Is that a Laguna committed? I think it wasn't to BoBoKa, but BoBoKa could not care less. Snaking now, in a bit of an awkward scenario. Does try and jump away, but can't quite do so yet with the nullifier on him. But he will be able to walk. However, Crit, on the other hand, will just go down underneath the tier 4 towers.
No plate melts.
Unfortunate. G2.IG onto the mid-racks. Monet still jumping into the tier 4s apparently. Does retreat, not finding the target he wanted. Onto the top racks they go. It is completely exposed.
It's just going to be Megas. There's no contesting this. There is a respawn coming shortly, so you could try to hold for a little bit longer. G2.IG, I'm not sure if they're keen on coming back.
Oh, nice skewer back. Snaking Ian being caught. He is down without buyback. They've got the Slark up in 5 seconds. They need him desperately too. ATF with a nice hoof stomp, but there's just no backup. In fact, now ATF in trouble. Pops the Stampede.
Oh, no.
But he's stampeding right into the graveyard. A skidder. Here we go again. Uses double pounce to jump in. Gets the ulti off. Tries for X-Nova. X-Nova just standing his ground. Does go for the egg now. Into the Sunray, and GG is called. GG is called. They have seen enough. And my goodness, G2.IG. JT. JT is having a great night.
He is a happy man today. G2.IG, two tough opponents.
You'd think with the amount of smiles this guy's had this game done, you'd think he'd have his teeth whitened recently or something. He's just showing off.
Yeah. Perhaps that's it. You know, he had a great time. G2.IG having a great time here overall in the group stage.